Today, let's talk about the trucking industry.
We could talk about one of the most scamish industry,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and the United States. One of the most scamish industry in the United States is the trucking industry. All right, so and and this is for anybody that's getting into the trucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you thinking about getting into trucking, whether you're going to trucking school right now, or you just got into trucking, because some of these things that I'm about to talk about are things that I hardly hear people talk about on the internet, on YouTube. Some of your biggest trucking influencers, they don't talk about a lot of the things that are very concerning in the industry, right? So one of the main thing, okay, I have for new truckers that are going to school right now, new truckers that have just got in the trucking game, and you working for you just started working for a company, or maybe you've been working for a company for a little while. It might it might help. The thing is,
Mm-hmm.
one of the first thing I'll tell everybody is you don't trust nobody in the trucking industry. And when I mean nobody, I mean the company you work for, don't trust them. Definitely don't trust the company you work for. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust your dispatcher. Don't trust anybody in the trucking industry. Don't trust the broker. Matter of fact, especially the broker. Don't trust the shipper. Don't trust the receiver. Everything that people tells you, make sure you get it in writing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Make sure you get it in a text message or email or whichever. And if there's something that they tell you that don't seem too right, because they will tell you something that's against the law.
Mm-hmm.
They will eventually tell you something
What about the
that
ones
is,
that doesn't give you the 10 hours, like the breaks, the 70 hours?
yeah, those are the main ones. So you're talking about a lot of these companies, majority of them are located in Chicago. A lot of these companies, they're smaller companies. What they do, they they will hire you, and then when they hire you, they will say, hey, you know what? How many hours can you work? How many miles can you drive a week, right? I mean, legally, right? Legally, you can probably drive 500, 600 miles because you're only legally allowed to drive 11 hours per day. But these little companies, they don't operate by that rule.
Mm-hmm.
They don't operate by that rule because you might find yourself driving 15 to 20 hours, okay, 22 hours. They will do that because you have two ways they do it. They either edit the ELD logs,
Mm-hmm.
or they have you running two different profiles.
That one.
So basically you never run out of time. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
now when you do the numbers, yeah, you might look at it like, okay, man, if I push it, I can make 2,000, 2,500, even $3,000 a week.
It's not worth it though.
I'm It's really not worth it because you have to understand what you're sacrificing. You have to understand that you're sacrificing your whole everything. You're sacrificing your life, okay? Because these companies, they don't let you. They don't. Majority of them, you don't really have an option to say, "Hey, I'm tired. I don't want to drive today." They will push you. Mind you, these companies are small companies. They don't have a lot of money, so this truck have to stay moving 24/7. Okay, so technically they'll have you running team loads. Okay, the company that the broker, they'll tell the broker, hey, I got team, but it's not team. You only one person. Okay, so now these are the main companies. If you because a lot of people work for them, I've worked for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, these are the main companies that you don't trust. Like I said, you don't trust no company in the trucking industry, especially those little companies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because at the end of the day, if you get caught, if you get caught, you're the one that's gonna get in trouble. If you get caught with your ELD log being edited, or your ELD log is you running two profiles, okay? You're the one that's gonna get in trouble. So now, the way you might have a chance around that is if you've been keeping a record, screenshots,
When they
okay?
continue to drive two profiles, like when they
Yes,
don't give you enough sleep time.
yes. When you get the job and you filling out the paperwork, when you read the paperwork, this is why they always have drivers, hire drivers as a 1099, as a contractor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you get caught, you bear most of the headache. Okay, you bear most of the headache. Anything that happened to you out here, it's on you. You're a contractor. You're a contractor. So I want people to understand that in the trucking game, you don't trust nobody. You don't trust no company. You don't trust the company you work for. You don't trust your dispatcher. You don't trust nobody, but all of them are lying to you. All of them are lying to you. And then count your miles. Count your miles, because they will steal your miles. The first way they'll steal your mile is if, let's say for instance, you going to a place where it's 1,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So now, okay, here it is. So now you don't know, let's say you're running a Walmart load, just as an example. Okay? Mm-hmm. Walmart might be paying for, let's say the load is 1,000 miles, right? Mm-hmm. Walmart might pay for 1,020 miles, 1,030 miles. Okay? But they only pay you for 1,000 miles. Your company keep that extra 30 miles. Okay? So yeah, so now this is how they get you on the front end. Okay, so now mind you, you're using a trucking GPS, they're using Google Map GPS, which is not, they're supposed to, because hey, you in trucking, because the routes are different.
Yeah.
Google Map sometimes is gonna make it shorter. It's gonna be shorter. So now this is how they get you on the back end. They get you on the back end because they're giving you, when they run Google Map, it's gonna show a shorter mile for them. Let's say you're running 1,000 miles. Okay, when you put the address in your GPS, it says it's gonna be 1,000 miles to get to that destination. Okay, but when they sent you that load, you notice they're only paying you for 960 miles.
Wow.
So, but if you're not paying attention, you're not gonna understand that. If you're not paying attention, you always gotta double check, because you're not gonna notice that they done stole, 40 miles from you.
Wow, that's crazy.
Imagine if they do that every load, right? They do that every load based on how much you getting paid per mile. Okay, they might be taking $30, $40, $50 off every load. Every week.
Paying for gas.
Yeah, every week. These people might be stealing $150, $200 from you. Every month, these people might be stealing about $1,000 from you. You don't never know, because they're taking the miles bit by bit. That's why I say you don't never trust them. If they say, go to this destination, pick up this load at this destination, I don't care if it's 5 miles. Make sure the miles are accurate, based on the miles they're paying you for and the miles that they're giving you. And the mile your GPS says. If your trucking GPS says something different, take the picture and send it to them and let them know, hey man, I don't know where you guys get that mile from, but my trucking GPS says this, this, and that.
Right.
Because they're using Google Map GPS, so they can steal your mile bit by bit. Okay, this is another thing. So I don't hear truckers talk about that. I've been in the industry for quite some time, and I've seen this happen all the time. It happens to me with every single company that I've worked for, especially the small companies.
The thing is, if they notice you're not counting your money, it's over for you. They're gonna take you. They're gonna try 100, 200. When they notice you're not counting, that's it.
Yep, they're gonna rob you. They're gonna rob you. So another reason why you should always build a case. Okay? Another reason to build a case is you build a case for anything. When they're forcing you to drive, hey man, take a screenshot of that conversation. When they're talking to you about adding more hours, this and that, take a screenshot of that conversation. Because you're gonna need that in case something happened, but you're also gonna need that when you're leaving the company, because they're, you know, these little companies, they like taking escrow from you. Okay, anywhere from $1,500 to $2,500. If you have dirt on them, you could threat them. You could threat them with that dirt, because the thing is, when you put these companies, they don't like to give you an escrow back. They don't like to give you an escrow back. They're gonna find every reason to keep the escrow. But if you got something on them, hey man, like listen, I've been keeping tab on every conversation that we've had the whole time that you guys been sitting out here pushing you to drive. When I told you I'm tired and I don't want to drive, when I told you all this, you know, you know, every conversation that you have with them that you notice that they doing something that's a bit fishy, because they always do fishy stuff, take a screenshot. And then when it's time for you to quit and ask for your escrow, you throw all that at them if they tell you they don't want to. Okay, and I can tell you guys, after maybe in the next video, I'll tell you guys how to actually report these guys to the different agencies.